Hi everyone, welcome back to another pick a card reading for the heart and soul. Today, our card reading is what is coming up for the week, what energies, happenings, and encounters. So we have three choices. We're going to be using cards from all three decks. I am the Cheryl Harnish, by the way. Hi, I almost forgot. And I am the author of the three fine decks we are going to be using in our reading. So get yourself comfortable, relaxed. Take a breath. And our choices for the day is group 1, group 2, or group 3. And as always, feel free to choose more than one if you would like, whatever resonates for you. And I am going to get us started with our readings. Hi, group 1. How are you? Okay, so let's see. We are going this way. Do we have... Okay, we have expansion. So that's a really great card to have for the week. Nectar of life, which is really a, it's along the lines of gratitude, but also really starting to see some of the sweetness in your life. Nice. Okay, we have bull guide, which tells me that likely there's some sort of people issue coming up for you guys. Intuitive arts guide. Intuition. So it's kind of funny, the intuitive arts guide is from the Return of Spirit deck, and you also got the intuition card from the Path of the Soul deck, and this is from the Return of Spirit deck. So you have two intuition cards in here this week, you guys. And celestial. Okay. All right, so they're talking today, the cards are talking about a few things. So I want to start with the part that, challenge. Life is good when it challenges us, because that is what facilitates our growth and greater understanding, right? So I'm going to start here with the Bull Guide card, because the Bull Guide card, when he comes up, he's talking about a situation with one or more people where you feel like you need to stand your ground in some way or stand up for yourself. Now, at what capacity that is, because this is a group reading, I'm not sure which way that's going to be for you. But this is usually about you needing to assert yourself, and not in the way of aggression. This is about you. It's a lot about claiming your own sense of personal power with another person. And I mean, this could be as simple as needing to create some boundaries with someone. Like, you know what? Cross the line there. And I know your intentions were good. However, this is a line and you can't cross that. It's about asserting yourself and being in your power without using force and aggression to do it. And when that Bull Guide card comes up, it's saying that there is some situation coming up for you guys this week where you are going to have to stand up for yourself, and it's good. It's a good thing, because that means that you're stepping into your truth a little bit more this week, right? Because that's what those kind of situations call for us to do. Now, this is funny. We have the Intuitive Arts Guide and the Intuition card. So I feel like this week is a lot about you guys honoring your intuition. Like, the quiet little nigglings that come through that say, I think I need to do this, or I should contact so-and-so, or, these ideas keep coming to me, and I think it's time that I honor them, right? And this is about realizing that there is no big sign, flashing neon sign that comes with your intuition to say, oh, this is intuition. This is about you guys following that quieter voice, that inner feeling to really, and through that really honoring it, strengthens it, And I feel like that's what the intuitive arts guide is saying with that, is that this is about you really claiming it and using it in your life, like acknowledging whatever it is that comes through for you this week as to what in your heart or energy or in the back recess of your mind you feel is the right thing to do, and acting on that versus acting on the logical part of your brain that is always yakking at you with this big loud voice to tell you what to do, because logic isn't going to get you guys where you need to be. Now, it's also talking about something else though. So, really following your heart and intuition as to how to deal with this situation that comes up with a particular person this week, right? And they are also talking about in your life path in general, because we have the Celestial card. And the Celestial card is all about path and purpose. It is, in the booklet, it says, we want this magical scroll to fall from the heavens, and we unroll it and it says, Jane or John, you are here to do blah, blah, blah. We don't get that magical scroll. We get this calling that kind of seems to seep and ease and ooze out from our heart that says, you know what, I need something more in life and I would really like to do. And we get these quiet ideas in the back of our mind. And a lot of the times we push this stuff aside. And I can't tell you how many personal readings I do where I say, you have been thinking about or having ideas about doing but you're hesitant to do it and you're not doing it. And the person goes, yep. Like, it's so common. And those little ideas of what you could be doing with your life, or those little daydreams about, secretly you're doing whatever, YouTube card readings, I don't know, whatever your little daydreams are, it's about you really honoring those ideas and those callings and what you'd really like to do, even if your mind tries to interject and say, you can't do that. Who do you think you are to do that? Like, really, you don't have the skill, blah, 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 blah. Enough of that. This week, it's about honoring all of those things that come to you in the more abstract, obscured kind of ways. And this is really about opening you more authentically to your path, which leads me to the rest part, because in this week, we also have the expansion card. And I mean, this is amazing oranges, yellows, and reds. So we're talking like in a really base, like your base 3 chakras, your root chakra, creative center, and solar plexus. And this is about an expansion and opening. And I really feel like in one way they're talking about these kind of aha moments with your intuition and going, oh my God, my intuition was accurate. I was right. My intuition is leading me. It is opening. The more that I use it and honor it, the more that it opens, that sort of thing. But I also feel like it's some sort of expansion, like in your creative abilities, and with the yellow and the bull guide card, along with your own sense of personal empowerment, and just going, you know what? Hell yeah, I did it. I stood up for myself and it feels freaking good. It was uncomfortable. I didn't like it, but I feel good now that I've done it. And it's also talking about an expansion as far as path and purpose. So I feel like you guys have a lot more insight into where you want to take your life and to make it really true and congruent for you. And then the last card here that we have here is the Nectar of Life. And that card is really about seeing the sweetness in your life. So yeah, I know there's that challenge and you're going to have to face that. But at the same time, there's this like opening or awareness of, you know what, I did have this challenge, but I do have some really amazing people in my life. And seeing all the good that is in your life. And it's kind of like gratitude that comes to you naturally, that you well in it. You're like, I love this. And really seeing that there's a lot more good in your life for you to recognize. Okay. So I think that's a really good reading for you guys, like as far as what's going to transpire for you this week. I'm actually kind of excited for you. As always, I am available for personal readings, which are much more specific and in-depth for you. And the information on where to contact me for readings is right below the video, along with where to get the cards. And I wish you guys all the best for the week, and I will talk to you guys really soon. Take care. Hi, Group 2. How are you? Okay, let's see what we have going on for the week. Oh, nice. We're starting out with a master number 11, and this is called Infinity. And I really, sorry, not infinity, infinite possibilities. Yes, I made these cards. I really like that because it's very much about an expansion of consciousness in a way. And we have elemental, but they're also talking about like starting to realize that there's a lot more in the way of your life, meaning to your life, your path and purpose, and that sort of thing. Ooh, nurturing universe. Nice. Work. And I'm glad that this one's come up because this is talking about more balance in your work, actually. Rejuvenation and recognition. Okay. All right. So I'm going to start with the nurturing universe, because when this card comes out, like thousands of spirals in this, wherever there's spirals, there's growth and expansion. And usually we hit challenge that creates that growth and expansion. And with this card being nurturing universe, there's something coming up here this week about really becoming conscious or aware of, your self-care and the ways that, we are either intuitively being guided or like you feel like spirit is kind of guiding you to take this road or these actions to really nurture yourself and take care of you, right? And I feel like they're talking about this not just like on that physical level of, doing self-care of eating the right foods and getting enough sleep, but I feel like they're talking on multiple levels, especially that actually backs up what I was going to say with the elemental card here. They're talking about even on a spiritual level, like taking that time to meditate, to get that quiet in your day, even if it's only 10 minutes of concentrative meditation where you do soft belly breathing and just get really present and aware, or self-care as in getting out, getting in touch with nature. Elemental is like really a lot about contact with all of these natural elements, like, crystals, like go to a metaphysical shop, you guys, when you have the time, and play with the crystals and buy yourself one as an act of self-love, or get out your crystal supply and, make a crystal grid, burn some sage, take some herbal tea, that sort of thing. Like they're really talking about self-care, self-nurturing on a mental, physical, and spiritual level this week. And I feel like that's just to really address and alleviate some stress that you may have been having recently, which could be a lot due to work, because the work card is sitting here, right? But that work card, what I love about this is that this is like, it's split down the middle, and it's like a flipped mirrored image of each other. And this is a card that calls for balance. It almost has like Libra energy with it, right? Which Libra is the scales. And with this, the work card, it is about balancing your life so that, work, career, your must-dos, the to-do lists that we make on the weekends, vacuum the house, get groceries, little chores and all of that stuff, your work, not just job work, and balancing that with time for yourself, time for play, time to play with spirit and do some mediumship or again, meditate by a river, like whatever that is. This is calling for some balance, because I do feel like you guys have come out of balance and you're kind of running in a stress mode. And so this week it's about really kind of waking up to that. But the nice thing is we have the rejuvenation card coming out, which again is another spiral, right? And so that rejuvenation card is talking about this kind of epiphany of, I totally am stressed out, or this area of my life is causing me grief. And I'm going to go into this mode of self-nurturing and letting the universe kind of guide me and direct me on how to really spiritually nourish myself, which really fills your inner well, right? So you have more to give. But the other card that's come out here is the recognition card. And so I feel like they're talking about exactly what I've said already, which is recognizing that you do need some special care and to treat yourself with, that kind of kindness and love and nurturing energy, and recognizing that you do need some balance between, the outer world and your responsibilities and your inner world and inner child, and just playing in life, right? But it's also, recognition card has also come out with the work card, which is also talking in another way of some sort of recognition for you guys this week. And I'm not sure at what degree or level that will be, because this is a group reading. But it is kind of like getting other people, giving you a kudos, good for you. You've done well at this week, and people really seeing some of your gifts, talents, your contributions, your beautiful heart. It's being seen out in the world this week somehow, which is really nice. And it really helps to feed that nurturing, right? Because the universe speaks to us through the mouths of other people sometimes, right? So you can take any of those things that come to you this week in that regard, as the universe using someone else to speak to you, to give you this love and encouragement and recognition that you need, right? And so the last card here, with the infinite possibilities coming up again, you guys, more spirals, right? These are 2 double spirals, like 1, 2, 3. You have 3 cards of spirals, growth and expansion this week. So there's a lot of learning, internalization stuff kind of happening here. And with the infinite possibilities, it feels like they're kind of asking you to open up and be open to more happening in your world. And I feel like they're really, it is master card, or master number 11 on the card. And it really is about opening yourself up to possibilities, like as far as play and diving into your spirituality and opening up the possibilities of how to balance your work life and play life, right? So there's a lot of internalization this week. Now, this is a general reading. If you would like a personal reading, which is much more specific to you, I'm available for personal readings. It's right here below the video in the video description area, as well as where to get the cards and all of those fun things. So please do hit the like, share the video with your friends. I really appreciate it. And I will see you guys very soon. Take care. Hey, Group 3, how are you? Okay, so what do we have for the week? We're starting out with a master number 22, the grid. And the grid is really about connecting into the stronger energies of, like, for those of you who aren't super spiritual, well, you're just going to have to go with this. Okay. The grid is about our own energy meridians and grids within our body, the earth grids and meridians, that connect the earth, the chakras of the earth. And there's also alternate realities that run all connected through these main meridians and grids. And this is like you guys really getting connected up or hooked up into higher understanding, higher consciousness, higher awareness, this sort of thing, and kind of breaking through the veil in some sort of way. And usually that's consciously. They're talking about this consciously. We have shining star. Oh, look at that. So we have 2 and 22. So there's, 2 is the number of balance. So it looks like there's balance coming out for you guys this week. And we have another 2. Okay, this is the encoded card from the Path of the Soul deck. And that's seeing below the surface, which has a similar kind of energy to the grid. So there's a lot of subconscious and greater awareness, like seeing beyond this 3D physical world for you guys. We have Royal Order, which is watching your health, taking care of your physical needs, your physical vessel. We have Violet Flame, which is all about healing. So you have, Royal Order asking you to really take care of your physical body, but it also does include mental health, emotional health, that sort of thing. And often, all 3, body, mind, spirit, are all connected, and that there's a little bit more focus needs to go into, how much sleep you're getting, how much quiet time you're getting, how much playtime you're getting, what kind of foods you're eating, how much water you're drinking. Are you just living on caffeine and powering through the day? It's asking you to really take care of that area to restore a balance between the 3, because you have the grid card here, and the grid is about energy meridians, right? And it's how everything is connected. Oh, nice. And then we have the Take Flight card. Okay. So, you're being asked to really look at the physical, and then we also have the Violet Flame card. So I wouldn't be surprised this week, you guys, with the Violet Flame card being here, because that talks about kind of like coming to and realizing that you're not in a really great place, that you kind of dug your way into this tunnel and you might be feeling low or down this week. For some of you, it might feel like this kind of depression. But the thing is that with the Violet Flame card, in here there is this symbol of a bat, right? And in Native spirituality, bat represents change. And so they are talking, like, I wouldn't be surprised for many of you, it's been kind of like going over this bumpy roller coaster of emotions and doing a lot of down dips, right? And this is talking about really coming to that awareness with that this week of how to facilitate healing for yourself, because this card does talk about coming into the light, like climbing your way out of that tunnel this week and like feeling the sun on your face and taking a big breath of air and just like, So I feel for most of you guys, there's some break in this for you this week. And I think it's through this, taking care of your health and things. But like, you have the encoded card, and it's really hard to see on camera. I have to get it so close, but there's all these little geometry patterns embedded in this card, and they look vibrational. And it's really, the encoded card is about seeing these underlying patterns and mechanisms that are running through our lives. And a lot of them we've put there and put in place subconsciously, or just by our own lack of awareness, just going through our lives, right? Through our conditioning, we've created patterns that aren't really always so healthy for us and aren't really of our best interest. And so this is talking about kind of seeing below the surface of your main operating system, right? And going, okay, you know what? I see this pattern happening, and I see this connects to that, right? The grid card, and that it's kind of creating this crazy train ride for me. And it really is about a restoration happening, like through that awareness of these things, right? That becomes your ticket out, okay? Now, the nice thing is that you have two really beautiful cards here this week. And one of them is the Shining Star. And Shining Star is really about allowing yourself to be this beautiful light that you are here, you know, about not hiding from the world. It's about being seen a little bit. And so I feel like there's some sort of, I'm going to use the same word that was in a card from the other reading, but it feels like there's some sort of recognition for you this week that you allow yourself to be seen in some way, and like acknowledging for yourself that, you know what, you really are needed here. And I think that that's huge, coming from a place where when we're riding this, like, you know, dark night of the soul or depressive kind of energy, that can be such a breath of fresh air. And I feel like it is like catching your breath this week and having this sort of breakthrough energy happening. And this is really encouraging. So we also have the Take Flight card. So with that card coming up, the Take Flight card that is you, this big, beautiful butterfly. And there's all these thousands of little tiny golden butterflies that create the outline of this main butterfly. And they're all chain linked together. And this is talking about making social contacts, you guys. It's like, it's so important just to have somebody that you can talk to and confide in, and to be able to reach out from where you are and touch someone who has some love and support for you. This is about getting out, even out of the house or out of your norms, and being around other people, even if you aren't talking to them. Like, go have a coffee at the coffee shop, sit there and enjoy the energy and the busyness of being at a coffee shop. Because it's like, you know, switching gears in the head here for you. But I have a feeling that there will be a really nice time of social connection for you at some point in this week that's really going to help lift you up. And I think that has a lot to do with that Shining Star card, right? Because hanging out with our friends, people who we enjoy, you know, that sort of thing, we kind of forget our problems for a moment. And it's then that you do that kind of, you just shine for a moment. And that is what's recognized out here in you guys this week. So now this is a general reading. If you would like a personal reading, which is much more specific to you, I am available, and all the information is down below this video in the video description. Please do like or share the video with friends, very important. And I will see you guys again very soon. Much love. Take care.